and the porch was just about gone in, and us in here.
And you were in the house.
Mhm.
Oh
So
my
if your
gosh.
son wouldn't have stayed awake that night, you would have been washed down the creek with your
Yeah.
with your house.
Whoo, is it a brisk one this morning?
It is. There's frost on the ground.
Okay, where are we and what's going on? Because this video is going to be kind of cool.
And it's going to be completely different.
Yes.
Obviously, as we travel the United States, we would not select to be where it's snow on the ground. That would not be my first choice, but we have come to a community that is still trying to rebuild after the hurricanes last year, Hurricane Helene, and we've come to help. We brought some friends.
We did. We brought some friends. So it's been over a year, and we're going in, and obviously I think we're doing something with winterization.
Yes, there are people that are still waiting for their houses to be rebuilt or actually built or fixed, and so they are having to make it through winter in RVs.
And this is part of our give back scenario, and we have a new program coming out. So this is kind of the first steps. So we're going to take you along in this journey.
We are partnering with Convoy of Hope in this project, so we're going to go in, get our marching orders for the day, and get to it.
And for the next 3 days, we'll see how it all goes.
So we should roll the intro and bring you guys along.
A man and a woman left their home to switch things up and go on the road. They didn't know where they would go, but it's gotta be better than staying home. They switched it up. They switched it up.
All right. This is the Barnardsville Fire Department. Convoy of Hope has a relationship with them, and we're using this as like the ground base for going out today and for the next 3 days. First meeting this morning, we really don't know what to expect. We've been kind of shared what to expect, but none of us really know what we're walking into. A lot of the people are living in trailers because either their houses are still not built or they've been washed away apparently, or they're making new plans. So they're living in RVs and needing to be winterized because they never asked to live in an RV. So what better way for people to help than people that travel in RVs? So that's what we're doing. Should be interesting. I don't know how much we'll get to share because of privacy stuff with the individuals, but we'll give it our best shot. Take you along.
What's the age for that? 62. 60. Couple people that will make sandwiches today. Here's, so Rosie and I we this first day is going to be a lot of assessing the supplies that we have. We have some here, and we have some at Sherry's house. We need to look at the supplies and assess how they were thinking that we were going to attach this skirting, right? And then if we need to say, timeout, that's not working well for us, we need additional or different supplies, then we've got people that will help us and we will get those supplies. You've been divided into 3 teams on our list today. So I have these sheets for you. This is the family, the address of where you're going, and what they've asked for. Take these with you. Use them to make a list on the back of what other supplies they might need, what else that's going on.
So we know heat tape and pipe insulation, and then assess other needs is our list for this family.
No, so that's what we're walking into. RVs in front of houses.
Houses that are trying to be repaired. I can't imagine that it's weird to think that little creek right there, or right what's underneath this, is what caused said issue, right?
Is it? I thought maybe it was water coming down from the mountains, slides. So this is what we're dealing with. A lot of them have heated hoses, but then they only go so far, and then they're hooking up. So we're making assessments now. It's just crazy to hear the stories, right? So a lot of them like are next to the rivers, and then the river flooded, and then their houses just got washed down the river. So after a year, they're trying to get into new houses and stuff. So we're trying to figure out how we can help them winterize, because they were given travel trailers. This pump house. Let me tell you a story about this pump house. We are not so don't want to really share too much about locations or families unless they give us permission. But I think stories are important. That pump house that's right there. Sheila got back in. You want to share what he told us about this pump house? Okay, this is a father with 2 girls, 3 girls. It's good people.
Yeah. 3 girls, but they were just standing at the house.
They went into the pump house shack that was next to
They went
that.
into this pump house right here because they just saw the water coming up so fast in the creek, and so they moved away from the pump house because the water was rising so fast, and they saw the house, like the water just started to turn it sideways.
Mm-hmm.
And his daughter had just gotten some new Hey Dudes, and that's the one thing she really wanted. So he ran in real quick, grabbed those shoes. Then they went up to a neighbor's house, and the house just turned off of its foundation and floated down the stream, and all those kids, everything that they had, just went down the...
Now the thing is it's been a year, right? And
Right.
and if you were closest to the river, then you were affected the most. So they had to.
They're just trying to survive.
They're just trying to
They're-
make it through the winter, and then I guess another organization is looking at building them a house.
Yeah, he said they'll move next year, so they need a year, but they were in shelters, and then they finally got RVs and got that all hooked up. But yeah, it's
So-
gonna be...
We're doing assessments as the teams are doing the other ones. These are the assessments that we weren't sure, so we're taking
Yeah.
pictures so we know what materials to get. So we're off to the next one. But it's
It's heartbreaking.
this is why RVing for us provides some sort of a purpose, because we are self-contained. We do get to go and do things together, and we're hanging out together and going in. So hopefully this kind of just shows a little bit of how might work in the future for all of us to be doing something. Okay, let's go. I will say it is beautiful here. It's super pretty. Apparently, the team is working over here, and I have to take supplies to them. And I just called the team, and like, you have to go across the creek. I said, "Where's the bridge?" The bridge is gone. You have to go across the creek. And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Look at this. You have to go across the creek. I didn't know what they were saying. Okay, yeah, just go across the creek. I guess if the bridge is gone, you just go across the creek. All right, now I gotta find the team. I think the team's back here, dropping off some supplies. Is this right? Oh my gosh, here they are. Look at this. What? Okay. Over here. So, will that work? That's working pretty good though. That tape, that foil tape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right. I'll go grab the other
Well,
stuff.
It just doesn't, where there's any out.
Well, it's nice he's putting something else over the top of it.
Yeah.
All right. Are we having fun yet?
It was fun finding this place.
Yeah, it was fun finding this place. Nobody knew that was going to be the case.
We had to drive through the river.
Drive through the river. Okay, I got to go do a material assessment, and then we'll go check the other teams. How did you get here? Where's your vehicle?
We all walked.
Obviously.
5 miles. They dropped us off. We seen how small of a job it was. We could cut it out. We didn't have any tape, but we could cut everything.
Oh, I could have brought tape.
They went back to get everybody else.
Do we have,
Oh.
have some in the back? I have foil tape.
No, it's gone. I took it.
Keeps
Yeah,
giving
we,
it
were
to
gonna, we
everybody.
just came out to scout it and we saying, oh, that's all I need is the skirting. And we're like, no.
Okay, the
So-
one across the street tomorrow just need. We're out scouting for another one for tomorrow, and we're like, well, we're right here.
So
we'll
that
stop by here.
it's a steep. If you go this way, it's a steep driveway
It
down.
just needs skirting around a tiny home.
So opposite of this one.
Correct. It's down.
Yeah, and what took them out was the water coming off of the road, not the creek,
Oh,
but just the swoosh. So as it came over the road, it just
Yeah.
flooded them.
So how many of these have you done then today? Is this
This
your
is the
second?
one. Until then
I think
we-
they're gonna knock this one out pretty quickly.
Well, when they have tape, they'll come
Yeah.
back and tape.
Okay,
But if we get it all cut out, it's easy to tape.
okay.
It's like we all have to have four-wheel drives just to come. Good thing we have trucks and vehicles.
It's like a community that's.
Bronco for the win!
Okay, we can get around them.
It's like Jenga. Did you know the bikes are down? I wonder if they know if the bikes are down. Oh man, I don't know what I just ran over. Okay, we're still scouting. We didn't know that the team had already come to this one, so we gotta go scout the other ones for tomorrow. But this is something. Good morning.
It's an icy one this morning.
Cranked back up last night, right at about 9:30.
Good morning.
It'll get better. I hope.
Day 2. It's gonna be warm today. 54, 55. Going in to get marching orders this morning. I will say yesterday was a little rough. Didn't know how to shoot. Being respectful, not showing everyone's properties. I thought about asking for a couple interviews, but then I was like, you know, it's more about these people have been hurt so bad. So it's hard to cause that to be brought back up when we're there helping. So we'll try to do better today. The compound is what we're calling it over here. We're running generators. Some of us are kind of running short on propane ourselves. So in the nearest town's like 20, 30 minutes away, and some of those places don't have propane. So it's interesting, dynamic, but really would love for you as you're watching this to consider thinking about joining us in some of these things that we'll be doing next year. United Rally Convoy of Hope's bringing a big semi. We're going to unload that semi. It's probably going to be groceries, and the plan is we are going to make different baskets and distribute it to all of the area down in Florida as one of the give back components to start out 26. And then hurricane relief. We are looking to do boots on the ground for hurricane stuff. So if that's something that interests you, just ask that you follow along. Okay, we're going in. We're going to see what today brings. and try to show you a little bit more today, hopefully, now that we can kind of wrap our head around things. It's a pretty emotional thing. So, but it's good. It's heart-filling, especially since we're helping people live in RVs, since we live in an RV. So, you look like movie stars coming out of. Lost his shoes this morning. I just wore. I wore different shoes. So
I did too. I just wanted to reiterate that, you know, that you guys are actually, although it feels like they're not getting through the work and it's a lot of numbers, don't count the numbers. It's not a numbers game. We are approaching every case, every resident, with care, love, and kindness, and we are giving them quality care. We're giving them quality, excellent care.
apparently, we've been doing so well that they just dumped a bunch of others on us.
Here's the thing: is the community. I think it's about building trust, right? And,
Right.
And they saw the rigs and heard their neighbors talking, so more people have reached out for help, which is great.
Just no way we could fulfill them all.
I don't think we're gonna. So you and I are gonna go do some assessing today on what is
Okay.
most urgent.
And they're loading up materials.
Like somebody has no heat at all, so I think we need to put that at the top of the list.
Brutal. So they had this tent from somebody else that donated. I think it's a U.S. Army tent. So we're using that as our drop ship place.
Is that all silver tape you guys are going to get? So we
You can use the duct tape.
on the side of the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the side of the trailer, wouldn't that stand?
It'll stick. I mean, the residue will be there.
Did
Well-
you have one roll, right?
Well, yeah,
have
we do.
one roll. It'll last us about.
I
an hour.
planned on the duct tape. I didn't plan on all silver tape, so I didn't buy enough
We're
silver
using
tape.
duct tape for seams and
We
for
only use the
hinges,
duct tape on
and
the
then
foam
we
on
use
foam,
silver
and
to
then
go
the
on
silver
trailer.
on the camper.
Okay, I'll let her know.
All right, so you guys are good.
I think so, yep.
All right, you're loaded. Today, this is exciting. Somebody's getting a new house. They're coming to pick it up. We've been camping here, wondering what's going on. So they're taking it to one of the people we've been working on their property. So that'll be fun to see. So we're gonna go over and maybe see them install, or I don't know how they're gonna get some of these roads and the stuff. I don't know how they're gonna get it to where it needs to go. I'll have to share with you also kind of like the bridges. So a lot of these bridges are actually railroad cars that they're using the bases on. I'll have to show you how that works too. And the pricing on these bridges to be rebuilt, there's a whole scuttlebutt going on about the county got so much money, only so many bridges can be made. Some of the homeowners are supposed to pay for their bridges, but then they have to be up to certain codes, and they're talking $200,000, $300,000, $500,000 to make these bridges because they have to go down so far. So the community is just struggling. If you lived on that side, like up on that hill, are you going to have to make this bridge? Is the county going to help it? So this is a temporary bridge put in. We have two of them, and they're not sure what's going to happen after that.
Somebody's getting a new house today.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
That's exciting. Now we need only about 50 more of those.
We're in the mountains like area, and we were learning the biggest challenge is finding addresses. We think we need to go up this hill where it says no trespassing, possibly, to look for a trailer.
We're looking for a new 2025 trailer that they got in order to live in before the other one is built.
So I'm looking. Does it go up and over there? And do we dare risk it?
Behind this greenhouse, like the greenhouse looks like it's being rebuilt.
No.
I'm texting her right now.
You don't want to get somebody really mad. of being a trespasser.
But the hard thing is like the land in which where the house once was is no longer necessarily where the house is, and so then you're trying to find where they put an RV to get them by. Like, I can't imagine being here a year ago. Like, you wouldn't be able to find anything.
Chaos. Yeah. And people, roads were washed out. You couldn't get up here. Okay, this is the road. Remember that house? The house that left? This is the road that they had to take this house on.
I don't even know how they did that.
I don't even know where it went. If it went up there, there's no way. He came from up here somewhere.
Well, there's another road that goes another road. Where did they put it? You know, they took one half. They got to come back with the other half. How'd they get around these corners?
I have no idea.
We could hire him to drive for us all.
Oh my goodness, this is insane. I that would be quite the.
Now there's some beautiful. Oh, it's down here.
No way. There it is. How did they get it down there? And I think this might be where we're going. Sheila, how'd they get that in there?
That's 473. We need 481. How did they do that?
How?
And how's it going to fit on there?
How?
They've got to bring the other side, the other half in.
Unbelievable. Wow, bro. Okay. I think this is
Dude, how are they going to make sure it doesn't roll?
Is this 481? 479.
We need 481. We're looking for...
There's more houses down here. I can't see.
Josi. Over Josi. Yeah,
Holy
the Ball
crap.
Family, this is right. Turn this little camera on.
Oh, thank goodness for the camera.
I'm still in utter shock of how they got that house.
Here, show them. Here. Can you see it?
I don't know how they did that. Okay, we're looking for Josi.
I think Josi might
be in that
might be in
Pioneer.
this Pioneer. This might be her house being delivered.
No, that's somebody else's house at 473.
Oh.
What in the dickens?
Unbelievable. I'm just gonna park here.
Yeah. All right, let's look at what she's asked for instead here.
Don't mind me. I'm on a hill, a mountain.
Okay, we're just assessing.
We're checking out this RV to see how we can help.
I'm gonna fall out the door, and you can't even get out. And yet they brought a double wide.
It is the most ridiculous thing. All right.
But we still ain't. We ain't never got to cooking. We have to cook at my son's house.
Really?
And it's just warm water. Because you know when they're not
In there.
That is impressive.
That's mine.
No, you're the one they were. Alan was telling me you were getting a house today.
That's how Toby.
So
Well,
can I share it? Can I share it and shoot video of it?
Well, I don't care what
Okay.
you do,
Okay.
son.
Well, I don't want.
This over yonder where the other buildings are.
Yeah.
That's where my home is.
This your home was over here.
I'm 73 and a half. And after my son's wife lived in with my two granddaughters, I raised them the kids.
Yeah.
And then my husband had all of that kind of stuff for 30 years. Everything we had was in a house. I mean, everything. We walked out because
I can hear the water, but it sounds very far down.
it is now. They come in here and dug all of it out. But when it come down, if you ever get I'll tell you how to look at it. If you're ever on Facebook and you can draw that up through Jonathan Forster, you can see my house washing away.
Oh my goodness.
We lost everything.
Everything you had.
Everything. I had 360 cans of food that I canned that whole.
Oh.
You canned all those, and that's all.
And
That
it just
all.
went down to. So sad. Like
Yeah.
it's just crazy to think that the water came up that high.
Oh, you should have seen it.
It was just so
It was-
quick.
Overnight. My son worked nights in, and he come home about 7 to 10 and sat down. Just sat down up front of his house, come checked on me and his daddy. Said, creek's getting bigger. Well, he said, the Lord said, you can't go to bed. You ain't going to bed. Go check on him. Well, Larry got looking at that far window that's on that side, and the porch was just about gone in, and us in there.
And you were in the house.
Mhm.
Oh
so
my
if your
gosh.
son wouldn't have stayed awake that night, you would have been washed down the creek with your
Yeah.
with your house.
Yeah. Because we was in the lower part of it. That's where the creek was at.
Wow.
And he come back down there, and he said, get up. He knew I wore pajamas every night.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
He said, Daddy, put your clothes on. We gotta go up to the house, big house. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
His
Yeah.
grandparents lived there. And he said, let's go up here. And Larry said, why? He said, Daddy, take a flashlight and walk right here inside the house. He said, you can't even get to it. He said, the house is going to go, Daddy, this time. Well, we've had it washed.
Yeah.
The porch was stuck away before, but not like that.
Yeah.
Well, I just went and got new glasses, new hearing aids, and everything.
Oh.
So you're not help. Sitting on the couch. Well, I slipped the old pair of shoes on that I've been wearing all day because it's been raining.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that bad. And Larry had clothes on because he's going in and out. And, you know, putting her can stuff up. And we'd been canning all day and just everything. He was sitting in the living room and hallway. And anyway, get back. Shane said, come on. At 15:08 the next morning, it went down the creek. It just turned. And if it hadn't have turned with them trees, it would have took
But
both
taking their house out.
their house out there.
Wow, but how devastating.
Oh, man.
It was in minutes. and-
My husband went and shot.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, when we did, Angel got me by the arm. Grant was screaming. He's 6-year-old, her son.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mama, don't go in. Don't go in. You're going to go down the creek. I mean, just devastated. She said, we've got to go.
What a tragedy.
How did you
Like,
get the
that's-
RV and stuff? How did this all come about?
Oh, Logan's friend from Virginia,
Uh-huh.
back last October, got us this.
Okay.
Angel and Grant was in one room, and so we didn't have a 2-bedroom.
Right, right.
Others, the bathroom. And they said, let's put this here. So we've been in it since last year.
Mm.
Made it through that winter, but like you said.
Yeah, so you
but-
need underpinning for sure. Okay.
But
We put all that of it.
so you just need underpinning, and then
Okay.
and then you're just cooking at your son's house. Okay.
All
Well,
right.
we'll see what we can do, and I'll be back. Okay.
Yeah, my granddaughter wants to move in here with her son, out of the house with her dad, because they'll have more space, you know, time
Right.
together.
Yeah.
It's hard, you know,
Yeah.
to live with somebody.
Yes, it
Anyway,
is.
We wanted to underpin it where she can move in it.
Okay.
And she goes to the laundromat. There ain't no washer and dryer with it. They're a good bathroom and everything.
Right.
But we got cold water.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we can cook. And we got a roof over our head, and I'm not complaining a bit.
Yeah. Well, and you're here,
Yeah.
and still enjoy.
Everybody said,
Yep.
you're still here.
And you're being able to enjoy your grandchildren.
I've been here since 1969, right here.
Never seen anything like that, I'm sure. Hope you never do again.
I do too.
Josie, you ever travel? You ever go anywhere all those years? No? You've been right here.
But it's a beautiful part
One
of the
time.
country.
Okay.
I went to my daughter's in Florida.
Okay.
We-
So how did
and
how did you get food? Did people bring food and
Yeah.
do all that?
Walked. I walked in here.
Walked.
Cause that bridge down here, the first one you come
You
to,
had to walk down the mountain.
it's
You-
gone.
You walked that whole thing
No,
down?
my son and
Son
my
down, yeah.
brother-in-law and them did.
Yeah. And you walked the food up. Wow.
You guys are resilient. This is a strong community.
It is strong now.
Yeah, you guys are strong.
That's
Like
what
you-
everybody tells me. they'll say, how in this world are you just standing there talking about stuff and you're not completely out of it about what went on? I said, honey, you got to look forward. You can't look back.
Yeah.
And they said, son, you're strong about that. I don't know what I've done. I said, you've done like me. I'm a country person.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
It's so nice to meet you.
Yeah. Everybody said, you got a story to tell. I
You
said,
do
I
have a
could
story.
write a book.
You could. You could.
It might not go nowhere, but I could write one.
Thank you for sharing
Yeah.
with us. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Alan shared about you getting this house today when we were down at the firehouse.
Wow.
Do you want to? Are you planning? Do you want to leave that hay under there for that insulation? Just send your pin on the front, underneath there.
It could be, if it dries out, it's wet now, but if it dries out, it kind of becomes a fire hazard too.
Hazard if we leave it under there.
I don't think we need to leave it there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We really need it.
You don't need fire on top of a hurricane. No, one disaster's enough.
Now you do whatever you do. Yeah, this is my little fire. And I can't everything I can.
You-
I can one day in a storm.
You canned.
And in a storm, she said, right here.
Right
She
there?
sits- Yep. Did all
Look at that.
I put my big pot up there with my cans, and the other stuff was on this side, and we just done it all day long. We take a snack, go right back to work.
Girl.
Yeah. So that's where all the water came? All through here?
Yeah.
Wow, it had to be rushing now.
It's up to the over halfway them trees up there.
It was up that high?
See, my house set right here was a foundation.
Right.
Well, from over on the other side was my little porch. All this they rebuilt.
Right.
Right there was my house. And it just turned just like that.
Down. Wow. It sure is pretty though. Like, it is so pretty. Is it like that all through the...
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
These stories. Whew, these stories. It's really cool to see her getting her house though. Bringing up some hay. Wouldn't you like to know what's on the upside of that road all the way to the top? You guys, I really wish you really could see and understand how they went down and got that in there. It's...
Let's just hope we don't meet the other half coming up there.
No, he's right here. He's coming to get the other half, but... And then they gotta level it. It was a long day today. We finished debriefing. We're gonna eat. We're circling up and we're seeing how much foam we have left for the last 4, I think, trailers tomorrow. So another supply run. But I think they have us a little camp set up back here for us to eat.
Is there enough gas in here to turn this on?
What?
Is there enough gas to turn this on?
There's not enough gas in it right now.
Wow, this is bougie.
This is awesome. They said
It's
the light was higher though before the meeting.
it's bougie night for us to eat. Rally the troops. Andy and Julie have been cooking all day long for us all. So, such a blessing.
Yay, Brinkley.
So, it's been good. But that's how they've stayed back as everyone's been out and they've been cooking. So that's how we kind of put everything together. What do we have going on? Deviled eggs. Man. I think we got it easy. Us. I think you had it hard. Cooking food.
Julie.
I think cooking food is way harder than going out and doing what we're doing.
I don't know about that. Where'd you find it?
Ooh.
All right, so when that pulls my mirror off tomorrow, anybody a mechanic?
To make the walk up to the firehouse. Nice and slow. Of course, now you get it. We did a little message this morning. Well, we did it yesterday on the board about the heart and the perseverance of the community. It's another brisk, cold morning. This is our last day. I wanted to show you this before I go into the fire station. The fire station was almost ground zero. The roads were they were washed out. And I think Magoo was the only person here. That's his name, Magoo. And the other people couldn't get in right away because the roads were gone. I just thought it would be kind of cool to show you before I head in what they're dealing with right now. This is all new pavement. All right. A lot of them would take basically I-beams or something. I don't even know what this is, and they turn them sideways from bridges, old bridges. And they made these as temporary bridges, as these I-beams. You'll see these kind of scattered throughout the different areas to try to support driving across, which is crazy, but it's pretty slick too right now. Or you have to drive through, kind of like what we did the other day. But here's something really unique and different. Look, what is happening now, there's initiatives of taking, I guess, railroad cars and stuff like that and turning the railroad cars into bridges and making them temporary bridges to get across. There's problems. In Barnardsville, the problem is this is an unincorporated area. And so with the unincorporated area comes challenges because governments don't work efficiently. So they're short on money they can use to rebuild. Hence, no one really has bridges. It's really weird to hear that, but in order for somebody to have a bridge, it could cost anywhere from $250,000 to $500,000 to span the creek. And those funds could come from the government, but most likely they won't because nobody knows how to, in this area, handle all the appropriate chains to put in the requests. And so then it's relying on the possible people that live across the road to try to find the way to come up with the money. It's the most insane thing and frustrating thing to hear these stories. It really is. After a year, I think I'm just at a loss for words because we've learned so much. We had to raise approximately $7,000 in funds to come here. And, you know, a lot of us were like, well, where's all that money gone and what's going on? There is no money for this area. None. When the news left and there is no publicity any longer, the mountain people just have themselves to depend on. So Convoy of Hope asked for us to raise funds so that we could buy all of the things that we were going to be using to help these people because there is no budgeted money any longer. The joke around here is they're like, FEMA? Who's FEMA? Nobody got anything from FEMA around here. Most everything came from charitable donations from other organizations. Most of the RVs that you're seeing here were donated by individuals that had an old RV that wanted to help and just sent them here. And then the RVs had no idea how to use an RV. Their tanks are left open. The dreaded poop pyramids are there. Clogged pipes, frozen pipes. All of the education that you have because you want to go out RVing, well, they were just given an RV and said, here, live in it, and then they're just trying to survive. It's a lot. So is this is the rest of the materials this morning, Karen?
The rest of the materials.
Oh, all right. Well, there's quite a few. I think you probably bought them out.
He had to take 8 pieces off the pallet and then just loaded the pallet.
Oh, that's funny. We have used every bit of funds that we possibly have to finish out today and skirt. There's going to be like 3 RVs. We're just dropping materials off for some people that we're not going to get to, but we might as well give them the materials. So, yeah. Wasn't that fun? It's fun. Okay, I'm going to go in and do our morning meeting to get the game plan.
There's Major Todd. You're going to be hearing that in your head, aren't you?
That's my life. Oh no. I have.
All right, this was our first field teams experience as a switch crew. Just curious what your guys' initial thoughts are.
Amazing, humbling.
Yeah.
Very rewarding, you know. A little bit confusing at the first with
Absolutely.
everything going on. With
Right.
How big and how massive the devastation was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then when everybody pulled together.
It feels like, I don't know if I kind of feel like, seems like it's just such a small, like this community needs so much.
more.
And it's like it's hard to just leave and know that there's still
A lot to be done.
A lot to be done. Like they need houses and they need
Right.
heat to make it through the winter, and they just need so many things. So
We talked about that last night, that it's hard for us to leave, you
Yeah.
know, because what are they going to do when it gets cold again?
Right.
You know, they're embedded into our minds and our hearts now.
Yeah. And it is hard. I think that's going to be the hard part as we as a crew do more field teams, is just the realization that we can't do it all. Like it's like another group or there's another organization, another team of people is going to come in and pick up kind of
Where we left
the
off.
next, right?
Hopefully.
It's like a constant rebuilding, but I think that's been the hardest. But
Yeah.
I'm just curious what your thoughts were, how you and if you, I mean, your body hurts, eh?
Yeah.
Body's hurt.
Not
but in
used
a
to
good
getting
way.
up and down like that all day
Right,
long.
I
but
know.
It
I
is.
know.
It's very rewarding. It's just the people are so pleasant.
They're
and
genuine.
Yeah.
They thank you for everything, and you're not used to that.
Yeah.
Right? You're not used to them thanking you just for being there talking to them.
Yeah. Yeah. They need, any little thing is just such a big thing. And I guess it's because I've never experienced that sort of destruction or disaster, or like when it really is just basic needs. That's the, you know, like it is humbling.
It is.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Thanks for just sharing your thoughts and
Well, thank
talking
you
with
for
us.
putting this together, helping getting this
Yes.
going.
Yeah.
Because it's been a
It's a massive feat, right? To just get all the pieces together of what Convoy's doing, but fits us well. But we'll just see. With perfect world would be there'd be no more destruction and we wouldn't be needed.
Exactly.
Right?
But if so,
Yeah.
I think we're onto something here.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday! Y'all made it to the end of the week. But yes, great job, team. I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all made that. The team is doing really well. You guys have accomplished so much more than what we thought. So it's impressive.
This seems better than the last stuff we used. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15.
Yeah, I almost walked into that last night. Need reflectors around now. Cones.
Yeah, it's not, that portion's not heated, but
No.
at least it gives him a little bit more.
It's better than nothing because it's
But-
coming from heat. right? So it's heated to this point.
Yeah, but then this trailer, he has a second trailer that Tim taught
Right.
him how to use an external plug so that
Right.
he can run them both. And it goes to this trailer, and they were able to get it
All the way?
There's underneath is unheated, but it's all tucked under. All
Yeah, that's what I said too. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing.
For
Yeah,
the-
that's a really good job.
yeah, it's a really good.
And you got the heated hose all the way underneath.
Yeah, we were able. So the heated hose is underneath, and then we coil it up. The parts that touch the ground, we put foam on.
Yeah.
And then we took some of the foam boards and stacked them up, so the rest of it's just coiled sitting on the foam board.
Yeah.
So the hope is it will buy him, especially with the heated hose, it will buy him a lot more. Temperature can go a lot lower before it's going to freeze.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he actually has bought Liquify before. He
Oh, good.
realized That's what it was.
He's bought Liquify before.
At Walmart.
Look at. Do you hear that, Matt? They're using Liquefied to help in the disaster stuff. You should be sending Liquefied out to all that. Yeah.
It should be. It was at Walmart.
Okay.
And so I told him, yeah, that's the stuff to buy.
Nice.
So,
Ding. You're doing good work, my friend.
so we can't open the door. Before we do that, I'll ask and see if
It's got to work in that corner. I'll worry about that slide how it's done in there.
All right.
And then we'll finish the back.
Did you do construction, Kevin?
I've owned 6 houses, right? I'm 13.
So that counts.
My dad was a handyman. He taught me everything.
Yeah.
Not his first rodeo.
This is how I worked every day,
Yeah.
like a madman.
Yeah,
And then be
it's
dead
a-
when I get home.
It's a different it's a different side of you that I'm used to seeing, a different Jim at
Well,
our
you see retired Jim. This is Jim with a purpose now. And I tell you what, I like it.
I love it.
This is awesome.
So Jim, when that battery's dead, I've got 2 more. They're smaller, but we can use those.
Well, hopefully that's the only piece I need.
All right.
But if anybody else needs a piece, I got to.
So I've got 2 more batteries that we can keep that going.
Let's measure.
How to deal with that? Now I got to cut straight. She's filming.
Yeah. You're on the spot now. I was telling him, Todd, that this is a different Jim. This is not retired, play the drums, have a few cocktails around the fire, Jim. This is let's get this
I would have
done.
loved to have stayed out by the fire and had a few last night, but I was so beat.
Yeah.
The last 2 days just drug me down. The knees, the back.
Yeah.
We're not 30 anymore.
No, I'm twice that. Plus.
This might be the only documented case of you working.
Oh, stop that. The splits in my fingers say otherwise.
Yeah, your fingers are all dried
Oh
out.
gosh, man,
This stuff's thicker.
yeah, but the tape isn't wanting to adhere to this stuff like the other stuff.
Oh.
So this
So you're doing 2 layers
yeah,
or
we're
2?
having to do 2 layers, make it work, but it's working.
Whoa, look at you.
You're doing great.
Is that how you do your doors?
So I do today. I don't have the height lock now.
Bummer we can't build something like they don't make some sort of a
The-
blanket for
they-
water tanks.
Oh,
Right?
a heat blanket?
Like they do for horses.
So we're downtown, and where all the water rushed through, like in the video, there's some tiny homes, but a lot of the houses are being redone. Like there's dumpsters, they're clearing them out. People living in RVs everywhere just to try to make it through till their remodel stuff is done. But then to even get contractors here has got to be kind of a craziness.
Yeah, we're up the mountain.
Yeah, there's 2 ways I think that when we saw this. The people that were next to the rivers, they got flooded out because it just rose, 20,
Yes.
30, 50 feet fast. And then you had the people that we were talking to, like Josi. She was on the mountain, and they got flooded out because the water rushing down creeks turned into rushing rivers.
Well, and some people were taken out because as the land gave way, the trees are falling. So the trees and the mud and the landslides and the trees rolling through. It's quite. They still need so much. There's still so much rebuilding to be done.
Yeah. Look at that.
Look at that.
What do you think of that, huh?
I'm impressed.
You
We
should
just sent it out. Notice we need to take it.
You should know I'm efficient.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was here before we had sent it. Kelly, did your text message even go through before you brought your tape?
I just sent it like
Hey,
2
listen.
days ago.
God sent me
Thank
for
you.
just for you.
We've known that. Denny team needs tape. Got it.
You got it. I was impressed, man.
So she was looking
Look
that
at all our
over,
scraps. You see how much
and
scrap
I
we have
said,
left?
use us.
Nothing.
Ask any
Well, no,
questions.
it's
We'll
those
try to help
these
walk
three
her
pieces
through
on
it.
ground. We've been.
Make it look pretty.
Hey,
It's important.
it is. It is. To me, it is. That's the difference between
I mean,
and excellent.
it's pretty precise. I will say that. You guys are very precise.
When you taste the
Do it right.
Over here, we
taste it.
make a little flop.
Do you want to see a wild tiny home? Look at this wild tiny home. Look how tall this is. Like a condominium. Tall. That is a tall tiny home. We're back at Josi's house. So, as you can see with the creek, this was the porch, and then the house sat here, and then it turned, and you can see kind of like the foundation, and then it went all the way around those trees and went down. The crazy part is, you see that rock, this big huge boulder, was up there. That's how much force of water there was. It is pretty though. So they're up here working on the trailer.
What are you saying?
All those flowers.
Oh, it is amazing.
Yeah, good stuff, huh?
Did you go down? Is Andy down by the?
Yeah, we went down and kind of looked to see where it all was.
Some big rocks down there.
They moved.
Did
She
they?
showed me one of the big ones that moved and went down. Probably is what caused everything to go around.
Heather is at one tiny house. Reese and Alan. Reese, do you remember? That was day one.
Alan, yeah.
Braxton Allen.
One, one camper.
One camper, any kids?
3.
Yeah.
That was a 6-8.
What about Reese? Jamie Reese, is that right?
Oh, that was the guy with his mom.
He's
Oh,
the
yeah.
one,
Oh, yeah,
he's
see, I
the
didn't
one
meet
that we
him.
didn't use black tape on. We used silver.
Right,
so that's
but it's
the
just one camper?
Yeah.
Yeah. And no kids?
No, he was the oldest.
22 different structures. So 16 families, 22 different structures, which has an impact of 10, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25 kids, not counting adults. So.
And Daniel, he did share with me, he has a real back problem.
Yeah, yeah. There's quite a few that we saw that have. So, okay, I just needed that information before we talk to Rosie. But I think one of the things that I wanted to just kind of go over and talk to you guys before we debrief with Rosie today is just nothing regarding Convoy of Hope, nothing regarding their processes, nothing regarding any of that, but for Switch It Up. So let's talk through our side of things. We had to find a location for us to be able to stay and get the rigs here. We had to circle up our own camp. We brought our own chefs.
Yay!
I think that should be a permanent thing. That
Yes,
was amazing.
absolutely. Yeah, it's amazing. That was
Somebody has to
amazing.
do that all
We really would have been too tired to
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah,
when we
We
got
ate
absolutely.
peanut butter and jelly all week.
Yes. So then next time what we need is our chefs and a hot tub and a massage therapist.
Yes.
Now we're talking. Bougie.
So, but this typically isn't a normal project, right? They've never had really an RV project. So that's
That's
just
after
amazing.
today, or this week, I think.
Yeah, it'll
It'll
be
be a common thing.
be interesting to see.
This ought to be a fun KOA. We just need a one-nighter. Sheila doesn't look too promising.
The storage lot, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna turn right, and then it's just a pull through. She says she doesn't think there's a barrier here, but they just planted grass seed because they were hit so bad with the hurricane.
Yeah.
So we'll have to probably park over here because they don't want us to park in the grass because they just planted new grass.
Can we, before I do this, can we drive it? Or do you think we can make the turns? If we can't make the turns, it could be a problem.
He's coming up in a golf cart. She didn't seem to think
He's
that
right
there's
there.
going to be an issue.
Yeah. What a place to end it all. This is another area that was affected by Hurricane Helene, and it's a KOA that I think almost 60% of it is no longer in existence.
Yeah, they had a bunch of cabins and things that just were washed down there's a creek that turned into a river. What's crazy is that it's something that's so peaceful and beautiful, just also turned into such mass destruction.
Yeah.
I think there's a few things though that I learned that I didn't understand before, that this was and maybe you're in the same boat. Like you think, okay, well there's money. Like there's FEMA and there's insurance money, but a lot of these people didn't have flood insurance because they lived on the side of a mountain.
They never expected to be flooded.
And if they did happen to have that insurance, the insurance, it's an act of God or a natural disaster. So then it doesn't cover it. And then they're stuck with FEMA, which never really didn't have the funds for this.
The funds weren't enough to cover things. So then people were stuck. They're still stuck with their mortgages and there's no house.
Yeah, I can't imagine paying a mortgage each month for a house that I don't have.
And then we were thinking, it's like, well, why don't they just leave? Well, if your daddy owned it and your dad's dad owned it and you have the land and all of that.
Where are you going to go? Because that's where your family is.
Yeah.
And that's where they're there taking care of their parents or their grandparents. And it's
complicated.
They still don't
it's way
have,
more complicated than I thought it was.
even if they were to leave, they still don't have the money to start over.
Yeah.
Because the disaster just wiped them out. And so they're just living day to day, trying to get food and now try to make it through the winter through propane to keep an RV warm. And we all know that that's not easy.
Yeah, it's funny because we're in an RV park. So all of us in here chose to own an RV.
Yep.
None of them chose to live in an RV. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
On so many different levels.
I mean, it makes sense that an RV becomes something very
quick and easy.
But then they don't fully understand. Like we do research on how to do this or how to do that. I mean, there's whole YouTube channels built on how to do all these things, and they're just thrown into something quickly because they need a roof over their head and to get them off the ground, sleeping in the snow in the winter. It just was so mind-opening to me.
It was very fulfilling and sad. There was lots of different levels there. We're looking forward to you seeing more of these types of things in the future. We do givebacks at all of our huddles, so there's always that, but nothing to this caliber that what we just did for the last 4 days, really.
Yeah, our partnership with Convoy of Hope, we're learning, we're exploring what options that we have and what's going to fit best for the RV space. But it was, I'm glad that we went, we helped. I do feel like we helped that community. They were so grateful, but there's so much to be done. It's hard to just turn and leave.
So you've got this, and then we have disaster. So we're going to be doing some disaster stuff in the future, and that's going to be a little bit different. We're going to have to mobilize quicker, be in a parking lot that's maybe 5, 10, 20 miles away from the zone, and then we'll be going in. So if this is something that you would like to do with your RV, the best thing to do, Sheila, is what? Probably download our app and subscribe to the newsletter, because Sheila will send out a newsletter sharing different things that are coming up. And then always the website, goswitchitup.com. Those are your 3 elements to stay up to date quickly. We always post every day on like Instagram or on like stories, things like that, Facebook posts, but quite honestly, to stay up to date would be those 3 areas.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is you know, we have a quick volunteer group, and we have people that are leading in different areas for us, and that's just through our community. So that's another way to just quickly get pulled.
Become a leader.
Yeah, it was fun to hear some of our crew say, I feel like I'm RVing with a purpose, what being here. And I was like, yeah, that's definitely. It was definitely worthwhile. We learned a lot. We'll see what we're going to do next, but I'm glad you guys came along. Hope we kind of gave you a little behind the scenes of what they're still going through. And that's after any disaster, it's several years that it takes to get that community back to some sort of normalcy. It'll never be normal like they knew before the disaster, but it at least will get them down the road.
Definitely. So thanks for tuning in, going on this journey, and we look forward to sharing with you more later. So watch one of these other videos of different things that we've done in the past, and we look forward to seeing you at one of our next events. With that being said, Sheila,
we're out.